When Spain gave freedom to escaped slaves in America, they never taught us this in school. Before the United States existed, before George Washington became president, Spain helped shape the history of this land in ways few people remember. While the 13 colonies were fighting for their independence, Spain was fighting for something else, to protect freedom, even for those the British and Americans called slaves. Spain's role in the American Revolution. During the American Revolution, Spain, under King Carlos III, secretly supported George Washington's army. Spanish troops, led by Bernardo de Galvez, fought the British along the Gulf Coast, capturing forts in Louisiana and Florida. Galvez's victories helped cut off British supply lines and gave Washington's forces a critical advantage. So yes, when the U.S. celebrates its independence, it owes part of that victory to Spain, a different kind of freedom. But Spain's legacy in North America wasn't only about battles, it was about freedom. Because in the late 1600s, the Spanish crown made a bold declaration. Any enslaved African who escaped from the English colonies and made it to Spanish Florida would be granted freedom if they accepted the Catholic faith and pledged loyalty to Spain. For many, that meant the difference between chains and a chance to live as human beings. Fort Mose, the first free black community. In 1738, Governor Manuel de Monciano created Fort Mose. Just north of St. Augustine, the first legally recognized free black settlement in what would one day become the United States. The people of Fort Mose were runaway slaves from Georgia and the Carolinas who had found freedom under the Spanish flag. They built homes, a church, and defended their land as soldiers of Spain, protecting the colony from British invasion. These were men and women who went from being enslaved to becoming defenders of freedom. Defending freedom under the Spanish flag. When the British attacked, free black militia of Fort Mose fought side by side with Spanish soldiers. They defended St. Augustine with courage and pride, proving that freedom was worth fighting for. For decades, Spanish Florida became a beacon for those seeking liberty, a place where the enslaved could become free citizens, soldiers, and Christians. When the United States took Florida, but everything changed when Spain lost. Florida to the United States in 1821, the sanctuary for escaped slaves was destroyed. U.S. forces under Andrew Jackson invaded, burned settlements, and took away the last hopes of freedom for those who fled northward. The Fort Mose story was buried, forgotten by history books for almost 2 centuries. The legacy today. Fort Mose stands as a historic site, a silent witness to the courage of those who risked everything for freedom. It reminds us that Spain's presence in the Americas was not just about conquest, but also compassion and opportunity. It's a chapter that connects us, Puerto Ricans, Spaniards, and all who share this intertwined history to the complex truth of how the modern Americas were born. Spain gave refuge when others gave chains, and that is something worth remembering. If you found this story powerful, share it because history like this deserves to be known. Subscribe to Puerto Rico, open your eyes, and join us as we uncover the stories they never wanted us to know.